In this video, we're going to be talking about scientific notation. Okay, parts of a scientific notation. So, the coefficient is 5.4, so that's some number greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. So the number has to be between 1 and 10. And then that's times by your base is always 10, to some power of 8. And what that really means, 5.4 times 10 to the 8th means that's 5, 4, and then you swing your decimal place over 8 spots if it's positive. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So your number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's your number. Okay, so that's what that means. If this 8 was negative, okay, so a negative 8, you'd move your decimal place to the left 8. Okay? Okay. So, express each number in scientific notation. So, what I have to do is my decimal place is here. I have to figure out how many places I need to swing it so that my number is between 0 and... between 1 and 10. So if I swing it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4.062 times 10 to the, what did I say it was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, to the 12th. Okay? Positive exponents going to give you a larger number. Okay, so this was a pretty big number. That's why that exponent's so big. Versus if I have a negative exponent, okay, I need to get to a number between 1 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That gets me 8.23 times 10 to the negative 7th. Now again, understanding, negative 7. This is a small number. Okay? Okay, express each number in standard form. So, 6.49 times 10 to the 5th. So I swing the decimal place 5 to the right, trying to make a bigger number since that's a positive number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. I want you guys to add in the commas and write the number correctly. So that, because that's how we write it in America. That's why I want it. Okay? Now 1.8 to the negative 3rd, we swing it 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And that's what that number is. Okay? So again, remembering a negative number's going to be a number, a really small number. A positive exponent is going to be a really big number. Okay, now performing operations. Okay, so I like this, and it's actually, I don't know, I think it's more deceptively challenging than it is. Because really, these are all multiplying. So really, this is 5.8 times by 10 to the negative 6 times by 5.65 times by 10 to the negative 4th. Okay, so anything that is a number, multiply those two numbers together. And I'm just doing this in my calculator. I get 32.77. So then multiply those numbers together. Your 10 to the 6th, 10 to the negative 6th, times 10 to the negative 4th. Remember, you add those exponents. That's why I did this in this exponent. So now, what you need to remember is you need to make sure that this number here is between 1 and 10. My number is not. So I need to make this number smaller. So what I do, sorry, I'm checking to make sure that I'm going to do this right. Oh no. What did I do wrong? Oh, that's what I did wrong. My instincts were right. I didn't copy over my answer correctly. So 32.77. If I have to move my decimal place 1 to the left, that's 3.277 times by 10 to the first. So we have 32.77 times by 10 to the first times by 10 to the negative 10th. So what I do, again, is I add those exponents, and I'm doing this completely wrong. I apologize. I'm distracted. I didn't have confidence in myself. Add those exponents. So I have 10 to the negative 9th. So I move my decimal place 1 to the left. That added 1 to my base 10. Okay, hopefully this one will go better for me. So, again, divide those numbers. 6.9 divided by 8. I get 0.8625. Do not round. Times by 10. So 10 to the 5th over 10 to the negative 2. So that's 5 minus a negative 2. That's going to be 10 to the 7th. So what I need to make sure that I do is I need to convert this 0.08, I can't write today, 0.8625. I need to convert that to scientific notation. So if I can move my decimal place 1 to the right, that's 8.625, because again, remember, I need a number between 1 and 10, times by 10 to the negative 1, because a negative 1 exponent is going to move me to the left. So I basically subtracting 1 from this exponent as I move to the right one. I'm going to subtract 1 from that exponent. Oh, you would think I could do these better. Okay, this one I'm going to have. This one I'm not going to make any mistakes on. So, really I have here 7.6 times 10 to the 3rd to the 5th power. So remember that when we had a power to a power, 7.6 is going to be to the 5th power times by 10 to the 3rd to the 5th power. And so 7.6 to the 5th power, is that times by 10 to the 15th power. Okay, so now, again, this number here needs to be between 1 and 10. So I need to move that decimal place over and do it in a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. That means that I'm adding 4 more decimal places into this 15 here. So I add 4 to 15 and I get a 19. Let me just confirm that in my calculator. I think that makes sense. Yep, and that's what I got. And I think that's the last example. Yep, that was my blank page. So that is my video on scientific notation.